Once the groups are populated, we then need to assign layer properties. So I'll click on the Assign Layer Properties button that you see here. Now the line weights and colors that you see here, naturally those are coming from the line weight color standard that we set up earlier using this tab. So at this point I can go choose what line weights I would like to associate to the layers. And again, it's getting these line weights from the line weight color standard we've already set up. And notice that when I select different line weights, it's also choosing the appropriate color for me. Okay. I could also click on the color and choose a color that's assigned to that line weight. And it knows that all of these colors have a line weight of 0.012. Alright. Line type's pretty self-explanatory. You notice this toggle in the upper left-hand corner, Enabled Named Plot Style Selection. This goes back to what I was talking about earlier in CTB versus STB. A standard can be CTB, but it can also be STB. And if I would like to have the standard be STB in addition to CTB, I could toggle this Enabled Named Plot Style Selection on. I can go grab the STB standard that I'd like to use, and notice this last column to the far right named plot style. I could choose what plot styles I want to associate to the layers. Alright. In the upper right, you'll see color range assignment. What is this? Well, this goes back to the hues we saw in the line weight color tab. You may have different types of systems within your discipline, and perhaps you would like each system to have a single color or a single hue of color. Let me go ahead and switch over to the civil discipline to discuss this. I actually can do it right here. So for example, civil water is a system, and maybe you want all the civil waters to have a similar color. Alright? So I'm going to come to the color range assignment drop down, and I'm going to choose cyan. And you notice that all of the colors change to a shade of cyan. The line weights don't change because within this group, maybe I want the seawater line weight to be thicker than the fire hydrant line weight. And accordingly, it'll choose different colors within that hue that are assigned to those line weights. Okay, so this is great to differentiate different systems like water, like sanitary sewer. I'll switch to that one. You'll see I already have hues set up in the shade of green. So all of your water lines could be a shade of blue. All of your sewer lines could be a shade of greens. In addition to assigning colors to layers, you will also need to assign line types to layers. I'll go ahead and click on the Line Types tab here. In the upper right, you'll notice there's an Import LIN file. You can click on that and import any LIN files you have that you've been using for your standard. I can also edit the line types right here. I can just simply double click and edit the pattern right here within the Standards Administrator. The best part is that once you import the LIN files, you could throw them away. You no longer need them. When you create a layer in AutoCAD using Standards Manager, it will extract the line type automatically from the standards database. There's no longer a need to manage LIN files, making sure they are located in source files, search paths, etc. And that's really a good thing. Alright, so I'm going to go back to Layers, Mechanical, and I'll assign Layer Properties. And for that matched line, I'll go ahead and assign the Phantom to line type. Okay, looks good. So now we will switch over to AutoCAD. As you would expect, the work that we have done in Standards Manager as a CAD Manager will be available immediately and seamlessly to the user. So if I go to Standards Manager pull down, Create Layer, or Layer Create, I'll switch to my Mechanical Discipline, which you'll notice is in the list now. By Layer Group, if you recall, we made an annotation group. I'll select all and OK. And you'll notice my edits that I made are seen here. The Phantom 2 line type I associated to this layer. The colors and line weights I applied to the layers is also shown. Okay, so I'll click on Create Update. And you'll notice now in my layer drop down those layers are available for me to use. Alright, and that demonstrates the seamless edits and additions that the user will see instantly based on changes you made as the CAD Manager. Alright, so this concludes the basic demonstration of the administration module with regard to disciplines and layers and their associated line weights, colors, and line types. Thank you.